weirdest job came up. There's not much pay in it, though.
I could do weird, as long as it's not some other rich asshole.
Definitely not. The moisture farmers in the vents are starving. They need emergency rations. This job takes you pretty far, all the way out of Novellas.
What? Really?
Yeah, in a technical sense at least. The vents are outside Corpsec jurisdiction and just outside the Novellas city limits. They're below the city, actually, in the maintenance frame that supports the infrastructure.
And people live there?
If you call it a living. They eat mold and algae that grows on the steam vents.
But they're free.
It's a high price to pay for freedom, kid.
I'll do it.
Pick up the packages from Cloudpunk HQ, then I'll send you a nav point down into the vents.
We are going away from the city? We don't like the city.
Not really, Camus. We're just going through to the vents below.
It won't be like home?
I don't think so.
Is it dangerous?
We're trying to save these people from starving, Camus. I think they'll be glad to see us. It's worth the risk.
Do you think this is nice food for the people?
I think it's all they're getting, and I'm surprised they're getting it.
I hope they like it.
Me too, Camus.
delivery stooge?
I'm from Cloudpunk. I have your packages.
Those are no use to me. I can't deliver to the outpost anymore. None of our vehicles work. The fuel lines froze. You should keep your engine running.
Did you get that, Camus?
Yes, I will keep a couple clock cycles free and monitor the temperatures.
How do you live here? It's so cold.
What do you care?
I asked, didn't I?
Whatever. Just leave the packages here. Go back to your city.
It's not my city.
Sure it is. You took this job because you were curious, right? Welcome to your poverty safari. This is our life.
I'm not even from the city.
The Eastern Peninsula?
Up until last week.
I see. Sorry. I thought you were just another Nivali. My name's Retsu.
Rania.
Cora knows what you must think of the Big Stack. That's what we call the city down here. It's the worst place on the planet. And we cling to the bottom like barnacles. And you know what? It's a hell of a lot better down here. We made this place a kind of home.
You been here a while?
Yeah, I wasn't the first, though. Old Zeke traveled out here over 100 years ago. He set up the first moisture farm, collecting heat for his home from the vents. Folk had tried to live here before him, but he was the first to realize you couldn't live on rations alone. And you had to be ready for the chills.
So what was old Zeke's secret?
Zeke realized you could cultivate the algae pits for warmth when the vents cycled cool. He realized you could mill the mold dust into flour. He figured out how to cross the steam planes with a suit made from old abandoned Hover's insulation layers. I swear, they say no one alive can survive the wastelands between the cities. But if anyone could, it was Zeke.
And you took his place as the boss?
I'm the community leader, sure. But I'm not the longest surviving settler, not by a long shot. The elders living beyond the far rim say they knew Zeke's grandkids. Tales of Zeke surviving, thriving even out here in the vents, attracted a lot of folk that wanted to live off the grid. Away from corp security and the lights and the headaches. Everyone has headaches in the Big Stack, you know.
I don't.
You will. Everyone gets them eventually. Doesn't the air smell cleaner down here?
Every time I breathe in, it feels like my lungs are going to freeze and shatter.
Well, that is the problem right now. This is supposed to be summer.
How can it be summer here?
The warm season. The vents cycle between warm and cold over a predictable time period. Or at least they used to. It seems like all the maintenance systems are going mad recently. We have a saying here, Cora provides. Well, right now all Cora is providing is a new ice age.
What do you think Cora is?
Cora is everything, and all of us. Cora is the provider and the caretaker and the disciplinarian. Cora holds out a closed fist, and we must push out our chin. Sometimes the fist holds wood. Sometimes the fist strikes us. And yet we must endure.
So Cora is your...
Salvation. And right now, Cora has sent us you.
I'm not really religious like that. I think you have to help yourself. Be independent.
You can't lecture us on independence while you live in Nivalis under the watch of the corpse.
You said you cling like a... what did you call it? A barnacle?
Harsh and fair words, Rania. I know you have seen Cora's light, though. It glows from you. Am I wrong?
Who knows? So you want me to deliver these parcels?
I would appreciate it. We really are starving. 3 families. I can give the coordinates to your vehicle.
Okay, I'll get going then. I'll see you on the way back.
Quarter willing. Be cautious around my brethren, Ronia. They live like sculptures of ice, fragile and temporary.